Wow, just starting off. Hey, what's up, guys? How are y'all? You are listening to the Option Select podcast. I'm Rick Pena, and with me, as always, the Ken to my Ryu,
Oh, why do I gotta be the fucking blonde hair, blue eyed white guy?
Ruben Salazar.
Oh man.
What's up, Ruben? Hey, guys, if you're listening to us, I want to say thank you very much for giving us a chance to hang out. It's like kind of hanging out with your boys, just shooting the shit, hanging out, goofing off. If you're a returning listener, hey guys, welcome back again. Just week 41 of hanging it, and we're doing it. We're grinding it out. We love it, and we do it. We find time for it, and here we are. So, Ruben,
What's up, my guy?
just like we do every week, just how we do every episode.
First off,
How was your week?
I would rather be E Honda than be Ken.
You could be the E Honda to my Chun-Li. They're both charged characters.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But no, I'll be yo Ken, baby.
Oh, no,
I'll be yo Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. Okay, next I'll start one. I'll think of one for next week.
Well, my week was pretty solid, man. Lots of work.
You still got that kid riding with you?
No, thank God, no.
Dropped his
I
ass.
had a lot of work this week. I had to take Wednesday off. I was a little under the weather, so took an option day there.
You know, I took Wednesday off too, bro.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you say something?
I had to go take my eyeball.
And apparently more. Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that.
Talk about that.
Also, Morris had the day off. He was up voting, and he's like, "You want to hang out?" And I was like, "No, dude, I'm at home. Like,
I'm at home,
not
bro.
doing shit." Like I was legit took an option day though. But you should have texted me, bro, because I could have masturbated you. I mean, hung out with you.
Why? Because I text you more than your girlfriend does?
Yeah, something like that.
Not. But even the weather was kind of shitty though.
Yeah, it got cold that day. It got
Wednesday
cold
and Thursday.
rainy. Yeah, it got cold and rainy. So the work was pretty good.
You were just sick, like a little cold or something. Just what?
I had a real bad head cold and a fever for
Just
just
stuffy and
Wednesday.
shit.
That coronavirus, no
Get
big
outta
deal.
here.
No big
Get
deal.
outta here.
She's over here coughing on mics.
Not locked in a room with you for the next hour and a half.
Yeah, you're locked in here, dude. So, other than that, this week I completed Wolson. It took me about 12 or 13 hours. We could talk about that a little bit later. Okay. That got completed. I'm also working on Devil May Cry 5.
I saw that.
I'm halfway through the game, give or take, because there's only 20 missions or so, and I'm like 5 hours in. So I'm doing that. I finished book 4 of the Game of Thrones, which is the Feast for the Crows.
Feast for Crows.
A Feast for Crows.
Over Clash of Kings, A Storm of Swords. Yeah, Feast for Crows.
Feast for Crows.
Yeah.
My least favorite book in the series thus far. Yeah. I just it was okay.
Not that it was bad. It was just weaker.
It was a lot weaker
Yeah.
than the other ones.
Yeah.
So not as many twists and turns, and not a lot of like oh shit moments, because like in the show they always had the oh shit moment where like they drop the mic, credits roll, right, and you're like, what the fuck, what's going on? And the chapters in the book have that similar feeling, like especially books 1 and 2, I'm sorry, 2 and 3, more 2 and 3 than any other book in the series. But book 4 just kind of like it's just giving you a bunch of like, oh, here's what's happening until I set up the rest of the story, which I get, but like, it was my least favorite book so far.
Yeah, that's no problem.
So that's book number
That was 4.
11 of the year. Yeah, book number 11. I'm on number 12 or 13. I can't, 11 or 12. I don't know. Somewhere.
Have you
around
thought
there.
about reading something like the classics, like Call of the Wild and like Treasure Island or like Thousand Leagues Under the Sea?
After I'm done with
Lord of the Flies, stuff like that.
I've already read Lord of the Flies
Yeah.
before. I've read like Frankenstein. I've read War and Peace and shit like that. Fucking long ass book that was. It took me like 5 months to read that book. But I've read most of those. But like next on the list, I want to read, quote unquote read. I'm listening to them while I'm at work.
Oh yeah, I mean you're getting some of the information, so I mean.
So the next couple of books that I have on the list are Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be
Easy. They're pretty short.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, George R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah, they're short.
I'll bust them out, bro. Yeah, I mean, when you read The Hobbit,
Hobbit's like a poem.
You'd be like, bro, how is there 3 movies out of this book?
I thought that whenever the fucking movies came out.
You'll be like, well, how is there?
But that's on the list.
When did the elf fall in love with the dwarf? That's not in the book at all.
In the book,
bro.
They take artistic liberties.
Oh yeah, they did.
But it is what it is. So that's next on my list. I wanna read my favorite series.
Definitely.
Altered Carbon came out this week, so I've been checking that out.
The one with the Blue Falcon, Mackie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's come out this week. I caught Sonic at some point this week. By far my favorite video game movie ever. It was pretty dope. Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik is hilarious, dude.
Nailed it.
So good. I mean, you have no basis of what Dr. Robotnik, you know what I mean? Like, you have no basis for that, but the way he takes the character and makes it fun and, like, you know.
What's his name? Egghead Robotnik?
Robotnik.
I thought it was Egg something. Egg brain or Egghead or something like that.
You're going to make me look it up.
Now you're going to look it up and shit, yeah. And you the mic with me.
Yeah, dude, you're the
Dr.
one talking.
Robotnik. Yeah, I think it was
Dr. Eggman.
Eggman. Dr. Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
Ivo Eggman Robotnik.
There you go.
But he didn't play it as like a Russian guy. He was just playing it as like a funny guy. And little mid credit scene. So if you go watch it, I highly suggest you go watch this one. It was cute. It was adorable. It was funny.
It's a T-chart of a movie.
And that one guy, the guy that plays like the cop, I forget that guy's name.
He's the one who kept getting killed in Westworld, I think.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That guy. Yeah, he's in it, and he is super, super good at this one too. He's also like really funny as well. So him, and then the guy that does like John Ralphio in Parks and Rec, he's the voice of Sonic.
That's him?
Yeah, he does it really well. But I think that they did like with these like live action movies, like the sound always sounds too artificial because they're reading it in a booth, right? They're like, oh my god, blah, 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 blah. You know, I mean, it's not. They're not there, right? I think they could have done better with the guy playing John Ralphio, like actually there on set and like saying the lines back and forth. Because like when somebody talks, like with surround sound, when somebody talks on the right hand side, you see it on the right hand side. But when it's Sonic and he's off screen or like even on the left side of the screen, it's like the whole theater fills
the
up with
acoustics
it.
are just slightly off.
You could tell it's fake. You know what I'm saying? And I an audiophile like myself, like I wanted to hear his voice coming. Like if he's off in the distance, I want to hear him off in the distance
or coming from your left side or right side. Yeah.
But Sonic was adorable. He looked way better than his first iteration. You know, the whole sense of speed thing was a little fun. You know, with him, it was a good movie all the way around. Like I would give it like an 8.
Thumbs up.
It was very high thumbs up on that one, man. It was really fun.
Let's do the thumb system. See it or don't see it.
Yeah, please go see it. It's that good.
Okay.
It is that good. It's worth the $5 for a matinee.
Yeah, and if you're a Sonic fan, hey.
And if
you won't be disappointed.
There's so many references to a bunch of other stuff that, you know, like Green Hill Zone and all that other stuff. It's really, really fun.
Do they okay. Okay, I can't say it. It'll be a spoiler. I was gonna ask.
It's not a spoiler.
Okay, do they introduce any of Sonic's friends? Knuckles, Amy, Miles?
No, at
Tails?
the very beginning of the movie, it opens with Sonic being chased from the Green Hill Zone. It's like the first 2 seconds of the movie. It's nothing crazy. You don't know why. I don't think they actually ever say. He's just running from something. So they are. And what are they called? Encanitas or
Encanitas? Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever Knuckles is. But there's multiple ones of them, and they're like real tribal, and they're like blowing darts at him.
Kind of like Temple of Doom, when they're changed to Indy through the temple. And
there's like a bunch of darts everywhere. Yeah, kind of like that. And he's trying to leave like that area or whatever. But yeah, so that is in there a little bit. But as far as that, the rings are a part of the movie. And then Dr. Robotnik, and then aside from those two things, nothing crazy. They're just like references to like other things, but like his character model's really, really well done. And
you talking about Sonic?
Yeah,
compared to Nightmare Sonic.
Oh yeah.
My god, that should be my new. They should make a filter for that on IG. So every time you want to creep somebody out,
you
can put that
weird teeth and the.
Yes, give me that.
His kicks that he gets in the show or in the movie are really dope. They're by Puma.
Oh really?
But they're not real. Like the shoe surgeon made them, like a legit pair of them, but they're not real. I wish they were, because I would have bought them yesterday, dude. That's so dope.
They're not for mass.
No, but they look so good.
They should.
Yeah, they look really good. I'd buy them.
That would be a good marketing, you know.
I'd buy them in a heartbeat.
Sonic Booms.
The first thing I did when I got out of the theater was to check and see if those shoes were for sale. Like, not gonna lie, they looked so dope. So shout out to the shoe surgeon. He did a really good job on them. So I enjoyed the movie very, very much. It's such a
Did you go by yourself or you took
no, me and the missus went.
the old lady?
So that was a really, really good movie, man. I can't say enough good things about it.
So
It was funny. It
Check
was
it out.
action packed. It was comedy packed, dude. Just like slapstick. It was great, dude. I went in there with very, very low expectations, and I left very happy.
The only thing for me would be like it probably falls under all the buddy tropes. They probably have a car scene.
Oh yeah,
They
definitely.
probably get mad at each other, and then they realize we have to come back. You know, we miss each other or something like that.
Mm.
That's what I'm guessing. I mean, like Dumb and Dumber. That's one of my favorite buddy movies.
Yeah.
And of course, they get together.
Jim
They
Carrey's
go on a
in
road
it?
trip. They have the driving scene. Then they get mad at each other. Then they realize, hey, we got to come together. You know, I mean, it hits all those tropes. That's fine. But
There is the car scene, a couple of car scenes, but it's also cute at the same time. The cop or whatever, he doesn't want. Yeah, they get into an argument. You're right. They get into an argument. And he's like, you go that way until you get to wherever the fuck you're going. And he's like, cool. So Sonic gets out of the car and boom, he hit the water. He like they're in Montana. Right, so he just boom, he takes off. He comes back. He's like, "I hit the ocean. There's nothing there. You gotta show me where I'm going. You fuck." Like talking shit.
That's funny.
And then so he shakes himself off real quick. And what was funny to me is like he comes back. He's talking, Sonic's talking shit, but he comes back. He's covered like seaweed and there's like a mackerel on his head and shit. He fucking shakes real fast because he's super quick. And then all of a sudden his slick back hedgehog hair just goes poof, and it's like a giant afro, dude.
It puffs out.
It was funny. It was cute. It was cute, funny little movie, man.
It is what it is. It's fun. Yeah.
So I enjoyed it, man. It's super good. Please go watch it, everybody. It's not that like it didn't kick Birds of Prey out of the theater this week. I think it did $200 million so
came
far.
out?
Huh?
That already
Birds
came
of Prey. Birds of Prey came
Yeah.
out 2 weeks ago.
Are they still basing on the DCU?
Yeah, it's based off of Harley Quinn's what's her face's character.
Yeah, I know it's Harley Quinn. It's
Doesn't matter.
Black Canary.
What's her name?
Poison Ivy. Margot Carey. Something Margot. I don't know. I don't care.
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's a hottie.
Oh my God, she's so
She's a
beautiful.
hottie.
She's so
Would you
beautiful.
kick her out of bed?
No,
Nah.
not even for eating crackers.
Would
bro.
she? Would you let her ruin your credit?
I mean, she's got better credit than I do.
I
but-
doubt
She's got
I
better
doubt
credit than I do.
I doubt it.
She'd be on Wolf of Wall Street, bro. But yeah, other than that, man.
And then last night, the fights.
Oh yeah. So last night I saw the Tyson Fury and Wilder fight.
Yeah.
That was a phenomenal fight, and it ended in the 7th round.
Heavyweights.
TKO by Tyson Fury.
Good fight.
It looked like Deontay Wilder didn't even belong in the ring last night, dude. Like it looked like he was sleeping, which was funny because like the whole time leading up to the fight, it was like Fury was trying to like decide what, because he's called the Gypsy King. He's got like different crowns he's trying on. He's just like he hasn't even wrapped his hands. He's like, oh, which crown am I gonna wear out? And like the whole time they showed Deontay Wilder's like stretching. He's doing some shadow boxing. He's getting all hyped up. You know what I'm saying? And then like they come out and they're talking. Well, the announcers are talking shit about Tyson Fury. They're like, this guy's fucking trying to decide what crown he's gonna wear, and Deontay Wilder's over here like shadow boxing. He's in the mindset,
Yeah.
right? Fucking Tyson Fury comes out, fucking one of those white red robes or whatever with the crown on. He's got these Amazon broads holding up one of those king carrying devices where like he's sitting in a throne,
Yeah.
and he's being carried like Xerxes down to the fucking ring. It looked dope as shit. I was like,
The production level was there.
Production level was up there, bro. And then Deontay Wilder comes out in this fucking Black Panther like outfit, not like an outfit, but like armor, and it's all like
Wakanda Forever, Black Panther.
like badass, like Black Panther, like I don't know if like football spalders or whatever, and then it had like they were like bedazzled, but like with dark diamonds, so it was just like glittery. I don't think they were real diamonds, but you know what I'm saying. But like just like glittery stones, like black glittery stones or whatever.
Black rhinestones, whatever.
Rhinestones, thank you.
Yeah.
And so he's walking out, and then like he's walking in the lights or in the eyes. There's like lights in the eyes, they light up red, and he's like getting in the fucking thing. He takes off the mask, and then they start boxing. But the whole time, Fury, he was leaning on him a lot. He outweighed Deontay Wilder by like 30 or 40 pounds, give or take. Deontay Wilder's tall and lanky, but Tyson Fury is bigger, and he's like taller and bigger. And so he was just leaning on him a lot in the clinch, and just outworked him. Wilder was looking for his power bomb of a right hand because he's like 41-0 with like 39 or 40 knockouts or some shit like that. Like,
wow, that high?
yeah, he was undefeated. Both of them were undefeated coming into this fight. So it was a solid fight by Tyson Fury. Shouts out to Tyson Fury for becoming the champ. Now he's got to fight Anthony Joshua in the heavyweight division, who is also from the UK, to unify all the belts. And if we do that, I think it'll be the first one since the 90s. Like early 90s, like 92, 93, since we've had like a unified champion.
Yeah.
So yeah, the fights were fun, man.
So the boys came over, y'all watched?
No, it was just me. Just me and
solo?
Alice. Yeah, we just hung out at the house and watched it. Everybody else was doing their own thing, so
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, how was your week, bro?
My week was pretty good. Monday, President's Day, dude. It was super light at work because the schools were closed.
Oh yeah, everything's
bankers
closed.
were closed.
Yeah.
Several businesses were closed. So like I go out making my deliveries, and actually I look at my route. I was like, I got shit off of Showlander. That's like belongs to another route. That's like in the sticks. There's like the very open part of Baytown on the west side.
Mm-hmm.
East side. But yeah, but it was just. I'm not supposed to be getting this shit. But anyway, that was Monday, so it happened. It went through and fine. Tuesday, same old. Wednesday. By then, Mikkel already she made an appointment for me. It was Monday. Yeah, she made an appointment for me on Wednesday to get my eyeball checked.
Yeah, well, it's clear now.
It's a lot clearer. Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
So I went to my doctor, and she's like, basic questions. It's been bothering you? Has been itchy? How many times has this happened? Blah,
You're
blah,
rubbing
blah.
your eyes
Rubbing-
between
yeah,
your wife's ass cheeks.
Yeah. Don't have
That's
her
how you
set on
get
your face.
That's how you get pink eye.
They call it conjunctivitis.
Conjunctivitis. That's pink eye.
Conjunctivitis, pink eye. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the
I
thing
just call it
is,
pink eye. Shit eye.
she said, yeah, it's not conjunctivitis. I'm like, huh? Like pink eye. I'm like, and the thing is, what triggered in my mind, there's a Boston dead cells called conjunctivitis.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, conjunctivitis.
You fucking nerd. You
She's
said
like,
going
yes,
to
pink
video
eye. I'm
games?
like, oh, so that's what that means.
so what'd you say it was?
So she's like, well, we don't have the equipment here to figure it out. We can take you to an optometrist that has the proper gear.
Uh-huh.
We can schedule an appointment and for later on today, and you could just head out there. And I was like, yeah, sure. So she scheduled one. It was on Garth Road where Mikkel's went to the hospital over there.
Yeah.
So we went over there. Mikkel joined. She's like, I ain't doing shit. I'll go with you. I'm like, okay, cool. So we went
Nice.
over there. I went in there. Same thing. The questions going on. Blah 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 blah. Well, I don't know what this is. So let me just give you some steroid eye drops. Put it in there once in the night, once in the evening, or once in the morning, once in the evening.
Yeah, twice a day.
Twice a day, and then once a day for next week, and then we'll take it from there. And
Yeah.
it's already clearing up. So
Yeah, it looks pretty freaking
A lot
good because
better.
you look that direction. I don't
Yeah.
see it at all. It
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
a lot
Because
better.
I mean, last week whenever I saw you,
Yeah,
dude, it was
I saw
like
the video.
red, bro.
I saw the video.
I was
YouTube
like,
feed.
dude, somebody shit in your
I was
pillow,
like, that
bro.
looks nasty, bro. Yeah, so I was like, I had to get that fixed. Yeah, Mikkel's like, you got insurance, dummy, use it. Like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
use the
bro."
shit, bro.
Yeah,
It's the beginning of the year too. You got to rack that shit up.
exactly. So yeah, that was Wednesday. Thursday, it was cold on the route, dude. It was wet, and the cold front came through, and rainy,
Yeah,
and I was a
it
little
got
bit.
fucking cold.
I was
too.
I was a little stressed out too because we're bidding for routes every 2 years. We get to choose at work. I'm a UPS driver. You guys probably know already, but we go through seniority, and it goes down the list like, hey, what route do you want? Usually, a lot of the senior drivers will be like, I'll just keep my route.
Yeah.
But some drivers like, okay, I'm tired of this route now. I'm gonna go get something else.
Yeah.
And it's everybody's like kind of like on pins and needles because everybody you don't know if you're gonna lose your route or not. And I was talking to my coworker Juan, my boy, and I was like, man, message Juan. I was like, damn, Juan, I don't know what's fucking stressing me out. I can't stop thinking about it. He's like, dude, I know how it feels. My people were talking about my route, and once I got it, I found out that they didn't want it. I was relieved. I was able to bid on it. That's cool. But he's like, but I'll talk to so and so to see what's going on. And he talked around. Because Juan knows like everybody there,
Mhm.
so he makes some connections. He's like, so apparently, Rick, someone's after your route, bro. Heads up. I'm like, fuck, dude. And then at the last minute, he's like, oh yeah, I just talked to him, dude. He picked another route out there in port. I'm like, okay, good, perfect. So when it came back to me on Friday, like, hey Rick, we need you to sign for like done 12. Give me. Like, oh, God damn.
Let me keep my route. Goddamn.
I'll keep my route. And they're like, you really like that route? I was like, look, dude, it's a shitty route, but it's my route. I know exactly where things at.
Yeah,
I know who to
it's
talk
yours.
to. I know where to be. So to me, I know the ins out of it. And the thing is, like, yes, I can learn another route, just like I did with that one.
Mhm.
But I already put 2 years into it. I don't want to start all over. I already have tenure. I have it's already built.
Well, you got 2 years. But
Yeah, but still, it's 2 years though. I mean, that's yeah. So I was excited about that. Friday night, Oh, and of course, guys, throughout the whole week, exercising, 30 minutes a day, just doing the Switch Ring Adventure. I'm loving it, digging it. Me and Mikhail just competing against each other. We put
so
pictures
that's
and put on
24
tweet.
hours or something like that.
Yeah. We just. I took a picture the other day and just tweeting, and we were just neck and neck. And yeah, so Friday I just did some exercising, chilled, relax.
I haven't worked out in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
I haven't worked out in 2 weeks.
You know,
I'm feeling
this morning, dude, I was like, I don't want to, but then I was like, no, I actually feel good. Just do it. I worked out this morning, but or exercised. And then Saturday, woke up at nice 170, really really good. 170 pounds.
Nice.
Yeah. Got a little breakfast, got a haircut, got ready for the wedding, and
they cut your hair.
you're being shitty right now.
Hey, bro.
It's my time.
Okay.
All right. You
They
save
cut
your
your
comments. Save your comments when I'm done. Okay. Stop being shitty.
I'm gonna write them all down.
Yeah, you're gonna write them. Just like here, Rick.
Yeah, but
shit.
it's not funny whenever it's not like, you know,
In the
like
moment?
yeah,
To
it's
get
not
my
in the
reaction,
moment. I gotta come back to so when you talked about your haircut, bro, I just wanted to tell you.
I got a zinger for it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll be able
That's fucking
So
lame.
yeah. So anyways, we went out there to Magnolia, Texas, to go see to go to my cousin's wedding, and it was good.
Nice.
We had a good time. Mikhail dressed up. I dressed up.
Yeah,
you
you did.
Everybody. You guys can check out my Twitter for the pictures on my IG.
Mhm.
And went there. The family's like, man, Rick, you look good. How you doing it? And a big what's up to my cousin G. He asked me, he's like, hey Rick, how'd you do it? I was like, look, G, I'm in line to get a beer. I could give you the easy answer and just say diet and exercises, but it's a lot more than that. He's like, okay, get your beer, and then I'll be over here with Luisa, and just come over here and just tell us how you did it. And sure enough, look, guys, it's eating better, exercising, it's doing 20-hour fast, it's watching what I eat. It's all this other things that I'm doing, and it's slowly helping, and making myself better, and I feel better for it, and you guys can see. And Saturday night, I was on the way home, and I was like, man, I kind of want to hang out. The boys are doing, but I was like, you know what?
Take
I'm
a
a little
break.
tired. Yeah, I mean, we always hang out. I mean, I love hanging out with you guys. Y'all know that.
No, you don't.
But it's like, no, I don't. That's
Nah.
why you never call me. But and I was like, you know what? Let me just chill. I mean, I still went to go check what Kevin was up to. He's like, oh, just playing some AC. Okay, cool. See what
Yeah, he was telling me he was gonna pick that up.
Yeah, message Johnny, see what he was doing. He's like, oh, I'm playing some Grand Blue Fantasy with my boys. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I was like, you were watching the fights, and
I'm
I
all
did Travis.
alone. There's no one here beside
Stand
me.
alone. Stand alone mustache. And then and then today, wake up, exercise, wait for you to come over. We got some
Dude.
lunch.
Yeah, that lunch was.
And I've been playing. I finished Control.
Nice.
Finished that Monday night. Yeah,
How many
Travis-
hours?
The game doesn't tell you, but I want to say roughly. I want to say anywhere between 18 to 23 hours.
That's a solid game.
Around there.
Solid game.
Yeah, it was good. There's like 2 more side quests I need to do. There's only like a handful of trophies I need to do before I platinum it. Not that I'm trying to platinum it, but
yeah, but it'd be
so
nice.
it's a small game, which is really good though. And I went back to go finish Persona 5. I was at 72 hours. I got past the part where I was stuck at, and I'm getting the Steam, and I'm going through it.
Persona 5, they got the Royales coming out,
Yeah,
right?
and that's the reason why I want to finish it.
But like, so you're gonna. My question is, you're gonna be replaying the exact same game, but there's just a little bit of added shit here on the
that's
Nintendo
what I'm
Switch.
thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, okay.
So
well,
I'll be picking up Royal. I'm assuming because I've never played Persona 5.
Well, there's 2 versions coming out. There's 2 versions. There's one that's coming out on the Switch, and I'm sure it's gonna be the other consoles. That's gonna be called Persona 5 Scramble. That one where it's more kind of
so confused.
Yeah, Scramble. That's what it is.
So confused.
It's kind of like I forget the term is, but it's kind of like a Dynasty Warrior games. Where you're playing with against a lot.
Yeah, I'm already out.
No.
I'm already out. I don't like those games.
I was listening to one of the guys from the Game Explain podcast, and he's like, when I play this game, yes, it has some elements of Dynasty Warriors, but it doesn't dip into that too much. It still has its Persona elements. So you're playing it you're not playing it like a regular Persona game where it's turn-based RPG. It's more of a Dynasty Warriors, but it's not dipping too much into it where it's losing some of the identity of what it is. So that got me really excited for it, and I really want to play that. And then Persona 5 Royal, that's gonna be like I want to say a retelling of the same story, and I know there's gonna be a new character. I'm not too sure along the way how that's gonna work out. But yeah, you have Scramble coming out, and then Royal. So
okay, so I need to get Royal on PS.
Yeah. Is that a question?
I don't know.
Is
Is it coming out? It's not coming out on Switch.
And I don't think
so. I don't need to get both.
No,
I need to get one or the other.
And I don't think you'll be missing out too much if you play one without playing the other one before. That's what I just personally want to finish it because I really enjoyed it. Kind of like how in Fire Emblem, there's so many characters and they all have their unique characteristics and the way
so
they talk.
annoying.
Some of them are annoying, some of them are great. I mean,
God.
it's kind of like hanging out with some old friends.
I would prefer it if it wasn't like I said when I did my review of it last week. Yeah, last week. I would prefer it if it wasn't so childish, but I understand that it's not a children's game, but it is more like a young adult.
It's a high school setting.
It's a high school setting. I get where they're coming from.
Mercenary high school.
If I was gonna have to do a game like that over again, like Persona or whatever, I would prefer they be in like college but not like I don't want them to be going around fucking drinking and fucking. Like that's not what I want. But I want the conversations to be a little bit more meaningful. Because towards the middle and the end of the game, like I've already heard everything you had to say. I know what your personality is. Like I get it. You know what I mean? Like I don't need to hear, oh, I'm so scared. I just want to do art and blah blah blah, and I'm supposed to be a knight. I get it. Like you're fucking. It was 5 years ago that we were in school. Part 2 is 5 years later, by the way. I don't know if you got that from your wife's spoilers.
I got
so 5 years later. I mean, you're a grown ass man.
They got facial hair and everything.
Yeah, fucking be a knight and also be an artist or do whatever the fuck you want because you're an adult. You know, like they were still bitching about the same shit that they were bitching about in high school. Like fucking grow up, bitch. That's what I was thinking the whole time.
Well, that's what you're gonna get in Persona, bro. You're gonna get a lot of that.
And I don't want to play that shit.
And I got
action games to play.
I love that part of Persona. That's what I love. I love when Ryuji comes to you with the problem. It's like, hey, how do we deal with this? That's what I
well, I don't mind, but like whenever they're saying the exact same shit for the past 5 years, that gets annoying to me. Like, okay, I get it. Yeah.
Well, I'm at 79 hours and I'm still not done, and it's a lot of that.
Yeah. Well,
so
finish it up.
Everything. I'll get a hard copy. You can borrow it.
Speaking of hard copies. Oh, wait. Did you finish up your week?
I think that, pretty much my week. And then here we are, Sunday.
Okay.
Getting ready for the week.
Speaking of hard copies. So, my Best Buy Game Pass is ending on March 20th, if I'm not mistaken, which is the release date for
Animal Crossing
and Doom.
Yes.
So, basically, what the Gamers Club does for Best Buy is it gives you a discount of 20% for all physical purchase games. And that goes up until that day, and then it's over. Then it's going away. It's not coming back anymore, right? They got rid of it because for whatever reason.
That doesn't make sense. You figured you'd want an incentive for people to
purchase things in your store.
In your store,
yeah.
If anything,
because as soon as this is over, I'm not buying physical copies anymore. I don't care to buy physical copies anymore. The only reason why I've kept this, well, I bought 2 years of it, but the only reason why I still buy physical copies is because of the Gamers Club. So I hope they bring it back in some form or another. Even like 10% is 10% is 10%, you know. But yeah, to keep me coming back. But all the purchases that I do, new games, they give me 20% off. So
which adds up.
That includes all unreleased games, so all pre-orders.
Yeah, you showed me a list. What was it? It was
so on my list. I got Resident Evil 3.
Okay.
I've got Animal Crossing.
Yep.
I've got Final Fantasy. I've got Cyberpunk 2077, and I think there's one more if I'm not mistaken. There's 5 games on there total. What was it? Jesus Christ!
Look it up real quick.
Final Fantasy.
Look up real quick.
Animal
Yeah, remember you sent me the message and you told me about it this morning. You're like, "Fuck, Rick, I forgot you're not on Facebook anymore." So I sent you a message and I saw it and I was like, "Should I?" I was like, "Yes, you should. You plan on getting these games anyway."
Last of Us 2.
Yeah. You plan on getting all these games anyway, so you might as well get the discount while you can. You know. So yeah definitely jump on it, bro.
So instead of them being $59.99, I'm getting them for $47.99, which is still a great discount for physical copies of the game. So I plan on doing that. That's my plan right now. So all 5 games all told will be
like
$240. But that's, up front, pre-orders with all the pre-order bonuses, the steelbooks. There's a steelbook for Last of Us 2. There's a steelbook for Final Fantasy. There's a $10 gift card in it with Animal Crossing. And then something else. So I'd get like $20 back anyway. So it'd be like $210 or $19 or whatever. So I was planning on doing that just to get like all my major releases that are already announced for this year out of the way. That way I could set it up to just pick it up in the store or, have it sent to the house. Because usually whenever they send them to your house, you get them a day early.
Do they?
Yeah, I have 1 day shipping too. So
Well, I know like if I get something from Amazon, like I'll get it that day of.
day of.
Yeah. The only thing that sucked. Well, one time it did suck. It was back in September when the rain
Yeah.
came through.
Yeah.
My copy of Link's Awakening got delayed because
Oh,
the
yeah.
mail got
So
slow down.
the only thing that I can do right now is to look at the Best Buy website and see what they're doing 9 p.m. releases for. And I'm assuming that's going to be Last of Us, Final Fantasy, and Cyberpunk. The rest of them, I don't see them doing like a 9 p.m. release, so I can get those sent to the house, which is fine. Like, I got other shit I can play while I'm waiting, and installing other shit. So I don't mind doing all that stuff. But yeah, I'm planning on pulling the trigger on that this week. That way I just get all my games out. And if they announce anything between now and March 20th, and then they put it on the website, I can also get that on my list. So hopefully I'll get all my AAA releases this year, and then like all my little indie games and stuff like Wolfson and all that stuff I could just buy on the fly.
Yeah,
because Wolfson's it doesn't have a physical release anyway. So
no, I agree. It's especially with Final Fantasy VII. I want to get that as early as I possibly can and get just the logistics of getting running, of downloading and getting it ready and copy files, and that's going to take a while. So I want to get that in my hands as ready as, and like that's going to be on my vacation. So I want to play that.
Same here. And the Resident Evil's the Friday of our vacation.
That's right.
So Resident Evil comes out that Friday.
Friday before.
And the Friday before, and then we're on vacation and we have our birthday party and all that stuff, and then on that Friday that we coming back, we're gonna head into that weekend where we go back into work. Final Fantasy VII comes out. But that's perfect, dude, because that'll give us time. I mean, Resident Evil 3 is not that long of a game. It's going to be like an 8-hour game if you do it, the Morris way.
Correct.
It'll be an 8-hour game or 12-hour game or whatever, and then you just complete it, and then hey, we're on to the Final Fantasy where we can complete everything else.
I can't wait.
So,
but yeah, I think that's you should pull the trigger. Just get them all. You're gonna get the games anyway. You might as well
catch them all.
You gotta buy them all. So you might as well just get them all, dude. Just execute, get it. Because I mean,
oh, dude, I forgot to tell you. So like on the way up here, this is part of my weekend. On my way over here, I'm driving down Wilson Road. So I'm leaving the neighborhood. I'm making the little left, and I'm coming down the road.
You take Wilson? I take Woodlands.
Woodlands.
I take that's 1960 to Woodlands.
Whatever that is, whatever the street is. I can't remember the name of this fucking street. So I'm on the street to leave my neighborhood, and I go past 1960. I go over, and then I take Tascasita or whatever. So I'm on that street, and then like I'm going through this little residential area, and lo and behold, there's this fucking giant boar wild pig that got ran over, and it's like all stiff. I couldn't tell if it's bloated, but like the legs were out. I thought it was a dog, but it was like twice the size of a dog.
Yeah,
like a big dog. I'm talking like a German Shepherd sized dog.
Those things are huge.
And it was like all black, and it had these
bloated
big fucking dude. It was huge. I was like, what the fuck is that? And it was like, oh, it's just a giant. I drove by it. I slowed down. I was like, that's a fucking pig, dude. What the fuck is that thing doing? So I've always heard Joe Rogan talk about how like pigs are like a nuisance in Texas, especially. Do I need to get that on camera?
Oh no. Adjusting myself. So that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for you to put the camera on you.
So like I've always heard Rogan talk about like how pigs are a nuisance, especially in Texas, and that there's millions of them.
Yeah.
Dude, I've never seen one in like a neighborhood. I've seen them out in the wild and shit like that, and where they dig up tree roots and all that shit. Especially the
but to see him in a residential area.
To see him in a residential area and got hit by a car, and I'd hate to see
that car.
What that car looks like, dude, because that thing was huge. I'm talking about like from the curb, it was hanging off into the street, like the head was hanging off into the street. Sorry guys, a little graphic.
Yeah.
But like the curb, and then the grass in between the curb and the sidewalk, and then the sidewalk, it covered all of that ground. So it was like hanging from
things are huge.
Side. It was so big, and I was like, "What the fuck is that, dude? That's the biggest dog of all time."
Yeah, every once in a while, when I cover my secondary route, out there by on FM 1942, heading towards Mount Bellevue. Sometimes you'll see the wildlife that gets, unfortunately get hit. But one time I saw a boar, and that thing
was bigger than a deer.
That thing was massive. Like, holy hell! I mean, just to see it.
But to see it in a residential area, like
that's
that
insane.
was a little crazy. So, anyway, I wanted to talk about Wilson.
Let's do it.
I talked about it last week. I talked about how I couldn't play it, that they got server overloaded and all that stuff.
That's right.
So I wanted to give you guys my full proper review for this game. I hit level 65, which is 20 less of the level cap, 25 less of the level, so level cap's 90.
Okay.
So I'm not fully maxed out yet. I have hit the end game, but I haven't hit like the end game, whatever you want to call it. But I did beat the campaign. The campaign was a little lackluster.
And you're playing the campaign offline solo?
No, online solo.
So
Online solo.
Okay, online solo.
So I completed the main campaign. It took me about 10 to 12 hours.
Okay.
It was a little lackluster. The voice acting is mediocre. The graphics are really, really good for that type of game, that ARPG style. And the effects for the skills are really cool. You know what I mean? Like, they look good. They're really well done. If you want to be a summoner, now is not the time. If you want to do like a melee or a spell, yeah, that's more the way to go. That's more way to go. So like the armor system is really, really sweet, dude. There are some really, really good things about the game. So there's four different types of armor. Yeah, 4 different types of armor, and they all intermingle with each other. So you have the absolute heavy and the absolute lightest. The lightest being like sorcerer, which gives you like the force shield, which is their health for wizards or whatever. And then there's like rogue armor, which is like force shield and health. And then there's bruiser armor, which is all resist and health at the same time. And then there's heavy armor, which is just straight up all resist. So like those are your different.
So that's what it says. It says caster, rogue.
It does tell you like the type of armor it is, because that factors into your passives. So one passive
like it was like a cloth, chainmail, plate.
Yeah, it'll say that too.
Okay.
But it also says like sorcerer, rogue, what type of armor it is, because it all factors into. There's some certain passives that you get that are in the wheel. That for instance, the one that I'm using is for whatever type of chest armor you're using, it doubles the active property of it. And then there's a little off passive that'll give you like double your helm. So it'll give you 2 pieces of armor, double of that stat or whatever it is. So those little things do play. They play into what kind of character you're doing.
And you said that's the first time you've seen an armor system kind of like that before?
No. I was just saying that this is the type of armor system that it has in the game. Being from light to heavy, the different armors do different things. Heavy armor gives you increased block, but the mandatory that it rolls, the primary stat that it rolls is all resist, but it could roll anything else. And then it goes to like health regen for bruiser armor. It goes to movement speed for rogue armor, and then like willpower regeneration or whatever it is for sorcerer. So it gives you different stats based off of what you want. So you can wear any armor in the game, you can use any weapon in the game, but only spells can use staffs and catalysts.
Wands and whatever.
You can't. There's no wands in the game for whatever reason. That was stupid. I thought it was stupid too. I was like, fucking dual wands in this bitch.
I do a wands with a book.
Yeah, with a book, which is your catalyst or source. And then bows and pistols and
you got black powder weapons.
Yeah, there's pistols and stuff like that. So those are
and of course
the
crossbows and bows and all that shit.
I didn't think I saw any crossbows, but they do have like regular bows. But I don't know why they didn't include crossbows either. And then they have daggers, swords, mace, battle axe, like one-handers, two-handers, melee. So the whole gearing system is really, really cool because you can basically make a build around any piece of armor. But of course, if you're building more towards your resist, you want a resistance-based armor. If you're building more towards force shield, you want your force shield based armor.
Does it cover your basic elements: fire, ice, shadow, darkness, lightning?
There's
stuff like that.
There's so many, and that was my favorite part of the game. Is that my build that I'm currently going in the game is like a DOT based build. So I want to apply as many DOT stacks as possible and just like walk away from the fight basically, because I can't do summons because summons are broken. Most video games that are like this are broken.
Good broken?
No, like not good.
Like broken, like not even
good.
happening.
Not even good.
Okay, that kind of broken.
So being that those are not that great, I decided to do a DOT build, but it's I'm doing like a battle mage, so sword, dagger, and a catalyst. So I can cast spells, but also, do melee stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm doing like a poison bleed damage, and there's 9 different types of DOTs or damage types as well. There's 9 different types of damage types: material, occultist, and I can't remember the last name of it. I always skip it because I'm not looking for that on my gear. But basically, and elemental. So occultist, elemental, and physical. So physical being poison, bleed, and actual physical damage, and then the next one being fire, ice, and something else. Fire, ice, and lightning.
Something elemental, yeah.
Yeah, so fire, ice, and lightning are 3 other different types, and then there's occultist, which is like stasis damage, curse damage, and like something else,
Curses,
like
disease,
black
stuff
stuff.
like
Yeah. So you get to like choose which kind of type, and every skill has its own damage type that it deals too. So you got to match what type of spells that you're using with the type of elemental damage that you want to do and things like that. So
just to get synergy and max out your damage.
Yeah, to like min max and stuff like that. So overall, the gearing system was pretty fun. To like the armor system is really good. The transmog system is the best I've ever seen in a game like this before.
Okay, when it comes to the armor system, is it kind of like Diablo? You're just going around beating shit up, ding, chest drops, pick it up and put it in your bag, and then when you get some downtime, compare and just pick up. That's how it works.
Exactly
out. Random
like
chests around, random bosses drop stuff, random.
And as far as the story goes, it's exactly like that. Every mission you get like a little piece of gear or whatever. You can find like little offering shrines here and there. Whenever you get to the actual end game, what happens is it turns into a town builder. Sounds weird as fuck, but it's actually a really, really good premise, and this is like the bread and butter of this game. This is what makes the game actual good. Keeps you wanting to keep playing. So you have a town, and then you have like a town map, and then you have like 20 different things on this town map that you can build. One is to add an extra skill to your skill bar. One is to more bank stash space or whatever. Like it helps you build on your character in the game. And what ends up happening is like you have to spend money and your time and your other resources to build up this town, to make the town better, to make your character better, and all that other stuff. So
it's kind of like Darkest Dungeon.
Exactly like that.
Build part of your town to help you. Like, hey, you put the brothel, so now you can relieve these kind of. In Darkest Dungeon, it's about relieving stress and stuff like that. But if you build a town, you get the benefits for your character. Okay.
Exactly what that is. So it keeps you wanting to push forward in the game. And then so there's 2 different ways you could do that. One is like a bounty system. There's like a bounty board. You click the bounty board, you accept the mission, you go out into this portal. Portal opens up, it'll be like kill all these types of enemies or clear out this area of enemies, and real quick one and done. And then there's the Greater Rift system, which is like the Diablo style. But this one you can add maps to it, which is more Path of Exile style. It from where I'm at in the game right now, there's like a novice, which is just like you click and go, kind of like a bounty system, and then you clear out the dungeon until you face the boss, kind of like the Rift. You kill the boss, you can either choose to end it right there, or you can choose to keep going further. But if you die, you lose the reward.
Yeah, you get to risk.
Like, so risk versus reward on that whole thing.
Like, hey, I already got my loot, but do I want more? I will risk it. Fuck, let's go for more.
Right. You get to keep the loot, but you don't get the reward at the end of the dungeon.
Okay. Yeah.
So like whenever you go into it, and then it levels up. So every time you go into a different rift of the same rift, the level increases. It makes it harder. The mods go up. The magic find go up. So like risk reward. So if you want to keep going, you can make the rewards better. For instance, before this morning, I was doing one at like level 67. I was level 60, give or take.
So it's a little bit challenge, but
nothing. It was a lot of a challenge. 60 to 67 is a big fucking challenge. So I'm trying to get through it, and then like I got to a shrine of greed, and like whenever you click on the shrine of greed, it pops up like 10 different chests, and you gotta open them all and clear them all within a certain time frame, or they all disappear.
Oh.
So I cleared like 4 or 5 of them out of like the 7. I couldn't get all of them, but I got like 8 legendary drops out of like one spot. Nothing that I could use for that character.
Okay.
But if I create another character that uses like a Force Shield life based build, then yeah. But like it gave me some good gems. It gave me some other good gear that I was able to go through and sell and stuff like that. So the game it has a lot of potential. And I know we've been talking about this for like a little while.
No, it's fine. We keep talking about it.
So
I think this is a good idea to get games that aren't coming out by AAA publishers, big names. I'm all about supporting the games that come from a smaller scene out there. You know,
Right.
I love doing that because there's some games that I want to talk about too that are that are from the indies.
So Wolcen is it's a kickstarted game. It was going by a different name at first, and then now it's Wolcen, and it has the potential to be something great.
Yes,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think that this game could be one of the greatest ARPGs if they put the effort into it. Now
they got to keep supporting it.
they have to, but there are some concerns that I have.
Yes.
Number one being that what I think happened. This is like
This is just
my
strictly,
observation.
This is strictly what Ruben you've gained along the way. Yeah.
Allegedly, I think that the company ran out of money.
Yeah.
And they were getting close to releasing, and they just didn't have the money for it. So they decided to release anyway what they have, and to generate hype in the game for more people to buy so they could put more money into it. That's what I believe happened, allegedly. So I was a little iffy about buying it, but House kept on trying to talk me into it. And like, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the time that I put into it whenever I could play, because there was like the first 4 days I couldn't play. So I have enjoyed the time that I have put into it. However, I think that they were just trying to get more cash flow to keep the doors open. Which is fine. They can do that. But they have to keep it. They have to keep it up now.
They have to keep it up because if you lose
now
your fan base,
now it's generated hype and people want to play this game.
Yeah, and if you lose your fan base, that's it. Especially where you believe that they possibly be running out of money. Mm-hmm. If they start running out on their customers, it's gonna be bad.
So before they introduce any kind of like microtransactions or anything that's actually inevitable, I know it's coming. We know it's coming. Like microtransactions come in games like these. Okay, we get it. But they have to make they have to streamline it a little bit better. They have to fix all the bugs that are in the game. I shouldn't be getting a unique at level 10 and then a unique at level 50, and they're the exact same name, but they are the exact same stats. Does that make sense? Like, I shouldn't get a level 10 unique that is exactly the same as a level 50 unique. The level 50 should be more powerful. I mean, just out of all logic. Yeah. You know, if it's a level 50 and I can't use it, if I can't use it until level 50, it should be level 50 tier. So there are things like that with the gearing, but like I said, it's cool because you got boots, pauldrons, belt, chest, left ring, left glove, right glove, helmet, left shoulder, right shoulder,
you could really
and
break it down.
right hand, left hand. So you can do all kinds of shit with your gear.
Yeah, because usually it's pants, shoulders, helmet,
chest, glove, bracer. That's it. Yeah, that's it. So this one they went a little all out on the actual character like model, and like I said, the transmog system in this game is so fucking good. Transmog, just like to make your character look how you want it to look.
Yeah, because it
looks so good.
I'm sure you don't want a left boot of punishment and then a right boot of mercy, and they look completely different colors. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah, but it's not just that. I'm talking about like once you pick up a set, you get that transmog, and then you can like delete it or whatever, right? But you have that transmog for forever. But you can do, even if you're wearing all heavy armor and you want your character to look like a sorcerer or have a specific look, you can have those looks, and they look really good. The graphics engine, the Cry engine, is just so fucking good for this type of stuff. But it's not just that. It's like you can change the dye of every single like section of that, and then like the dyes drop in the game. And then there's so many different dyes. Like, I'm still picking up dyes, and I have like fucking 50 or 60 of them. They still keep coming and coming and coming. So, that aspect of the game is perfect, hands down. It looks great. They just need to fix everything else.
The mechanical stuff.
They need to fix the 99% of the rest of the game. They need to fix all that.
It's a lot of percentage.
But like,
so did you play strictly solo? Did you play with House a little bit? Maybe with Castro?
I only touched Castro's game once, and that was to help him beat the final boss.
Okay,
that was it. So I helped Castro beat the final boss because he couldn't do it. And
going back to gameplay, when you do party with somebody, party up to 4 up to 4 party, up to 4 party. And then how about the beginning when you're starting off character customization? What do you have? You basically have human, elf, dwarf.
You have male or female.
Okay.
You have 4 different head types, and then you got skin types, and then you got your eye color, hair color, and beard, and hair type and beard type. And that's it.
So male or female, human.
That's it.
Well, that's it.
That's it. It's nothing crazy because the helmet's on that most of the time anyway. You can't see that shit. Yeah. So but you can also use like vanishing dye to keep that character that you created.
You want to see
out,
your face,
which is fun.
Yeah.
It was on the cheaper side when I bought it. It was $30 instead of $45, which is where it's at right now. I do see this game being something phenomenal if they can realize the full potential of what they have and what they've created. I do think that it will be a great, phenomenal game. But as of the way it stands right now, I'd say hold off. I'd say hold off. Don't buy it.
Stay with Poe.
Yeah, stick with Path of Exile. If you have Diablo, play Diablo. Those games are infinitely better than this one. I went through it, so you guys don't have to.
Yes.
And do I regret my purchase? No, I had fun for the 12 hours that I did play it, but
there's definitely a lot that could be better.
It's lackluster.
Yeah.
Don't waste your money.
Okay.
Basically, hey guys, don't waste your money.
It still needs to cook. It
needs to cook. It needs to, and that's what happens with these early access games is they need to cook. Now, the next early access game on my radar, bro,
what's on the radar?
It's called Temtem. Have you heard about this one?
Yes, I have heard about this one. I heard it's interesting. I heard from what I've listened to on the podcast, on the Game Informer podcast, and on the Min Max show. They talk about this is basically people who love Pokemon said, hey, we're going to make a Pokemon game. But instead of catering to the children, okay, I won't say children, to the younger crowd, this is more of, like, you're more of adult. And I'm not saying adult because it's, adult theme, but you actually have to think about your moves and what you have to do and the way your abilities are and composition and using your. I mean, if you look at that,
the trailer looks great.
If you look at that, that looks like Pokemon Sword something.
Yeah, no, it looks better.
That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. And the thing is, hey.
Oh, yes, and it's
duels.
And it's an MMO.
That's what I heard. Yeah,
it's an MMO Monster Hunter.
I mean, look at that. Thing. I mean, besides calling them, I heard it's really good.
Yeah. So that's the next one on my radar, just because I'm such a big Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
But they said that it's not just like a whole kind of like a rush through thing. Like even if you out level things, all the Temtems have they have like a stamina bar. So the stamina is like how many moves they can do before they get tired and they have to rest and all that stuff. So the monsters look cool. The character customization looks cool. The world looks cool. I mean, look at that shit, dude. It looks dope. I hope that this one's in early access, but like I'm kind of like stoked on it.
Thinking it out, yeah.
I kind of want to check it out.
Now that actually seeing it, that does look pretty good.
It looks really. The art style is really good.
I love it. Yeah. It's bright and colorful.
Really bright and colorful and cute. Look at the little unicorn, fucking.
And those all look like they could be legit Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, the Pokemon itself after the first 151 got stupid.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that looks like something. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good. So that's the next one that's on my radar. I'm kind of. I don't like picking up early access games, but this is one that I might just pick up.
I might have to try it out with you.
Yeah, you want to do it as MMO, bro? We can do it together, bro. It looks fun. It looks like
I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Pokemon.
Yeah, Pokemon MMO looks like it could be right up my alley.
A fake Pokemon MMO.
Oh, that's right. Temtem MMO.
Temtem.
That looks, yeah, no, I heard good things about it, and yeah.
That's the next one on my radar.
We should check that one out for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But other than that, man, what you got for me today, man?
Dude, I want to talk about.
Let's talk about it. Talk about whatever you want to talk about.
I want to talk about. Kevin brought this out. We're talking about games on our radar. I think that's a segue that's just waiting for us to start making.
I got you, fam.
Yeah, because I mean, even Kevin, he goes, "Is this on your radar? Is this on your radar?" Yeah. He tweeted out. He said, "There's a game called Record of Lotus War, Deedlit and Wonder Labyrinth."
Record?
Yeah, Record of Lotus. LODOSS War.
Got you.
No, LODOSS.
It got it anyway.
Yeah, it is. The first
Lodos War.
So anyway, Kevin showed me a little GIF of it, and it
that's a 1990 film.
Yes, that's what it's based. And the thing is, if you look over right there,
you have that.
You see Spaced, Lord of the Rings, and Lotus War.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
What is that?
It's basically I know it's a manga / anime, whatever. But Kevin showed me a little gameplay of that, and I actually looked it up on Steam. Dude, it looks like a blatant ripoff of Symphony. Blatant, like straight up 1-for-1. They just literally just ripped off the cover and put their name on there of Symphony of the Night. And I am totally cool with it, dude. When you played Symphony of the Night, when it came out on PS1, and it came back, I played it when it came back on the Xbox.
Fuck is Copeland calling me on a Sunday for?
Stupid
motherfucker.
I played it when it came out on Xbox Gold, and it looked really. I wish you could see like some gameplay.
I can pull up a gameplay, but I was just.
But the way it looks insane.
No, yeah,
it looks 1-for-1 for Symphony of the Night, And like I said, it looks like a blatant ripoff, and I'm excited for it. It's coming out the 13th.
Early access.
Yeah. So yeah, this game looks ridiculously good. It looks like I said, ridiculously good. It looks like fucking Symphony Night, dude. I can't wait. Yeah. So yeah,
you like the setup now? Or
this
no?
is a good setup.
Okay.
It's a good setup. I'm digging it.
Yeah, no,
look at that, dude.
Really good.
It looks like Symphony of the Night, dude. He even looks like Alucard when he moves. Look at that. Yeah.
Oh shit, dude, that looks really.
Yeah,
good.
and I'm gonna get that bitch.
He's like, it looks like a blatant ripoff that I'm still gonna buy because it looks amazing.
No, that's why I'm getting it, because I love Symphony of the Night so much that look at this, dude.
Yeah, this is supposed to come out in 4 days.
Yeah, it looks like
early access though, right?
I think so. But dude, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is probably gonna be better than Ritual. Bloodstained and Ritual of the Night.
Ritual of the Night is what I was gonna say, because it looks like you can use like the different types of weapons and stuff. Because he had the bow, he's got the sword, he's got the dagger. The boss fights look dope.
And he's probably gonna have a shapeshifting ability. He's probably gonna turn into a wolf, bat, and mist form. You know, I'm pretty sure that's gonna happen.
There's guarding, okay. The magic.
But yeah, look at that.
Yeah, no, sword there. Look at that. Oh, look at that boss fight, dude.
That looks legit. And of course, pixelated art.
I like the pixelated art more than I like Bloodstained's art.
That's what I'm saying. It looks good.
It looks really good, dude.
It looks good. So yeah, guys, that one's called Lotus. I'm sure you guys can't see it on our stream, but
Record of the Lotus War is what it says.
Lotus of the Record War, Diglett and Wonder, and apparently it's an anime.
Team Ladybug.
Yes, so it's an anime, and me and Mikkel were doing our exercise in here, and I looked over there. I was like, "Holy shit, yeah!" She's like, "Yeah, I have it. I liked it." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So
it's called Record of Lotus War, Diglett in Wonder Labyrinth.
Correct,
is what it says on Steam.
Yes.
So the release date is
13th.
Yeah, March 13th, 2020. I'm gonna add that one to my wish list.
Yes. Another one, guys, that's on my radar. You linked it to me also. It's called Skull, the Hero Slayer.
Oh, I think that one came out already.
I think it's an early access, and you can get it for a discount. It's $20, but I think you can get it for SKUL. Here we go.
Oh god damn it! I clicked the wrong one.
1L. Yeah.
Hold on.
Skull Hero Slayer. But I saw that. I was like, holy shit, dude! It's already you get it for less than $15, 20% off already, dude.
Yeah, it looked really good. So I sent it to you the other day, and I was like, is this one on your radar?
And I'm going to get that one too. Look at that. So guys, I'm not trying. I'm by no way am I getting paid by these developers
Southpaw
or whatever.
Neo is on this one.
Yeah, but
the art just looks so good on this one.
That's right up my fucking alley, dude. Look at that. It looks good. So you guys should give it a chance. You know, I don't think we've.
This reminds me of like a 2D Hollow Knight, like not a 2D Hollow Knight, but like a more fast paced.
Instead of watercolors, it's pixelated.
But he's like throwing his head.
Exactly. But look at the combos. I mean, that looks so good. I'm guessing you can pick up different personalities. So he has like a Dark Knight skull.
Okay.
I think later on he gets like a samurai skull, and he literally just.
That looks dope, dude. Hell yeah, I'm down. I'm about this life.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I was
look
like,
at that.
Oh, and he fucking puts the sword on, dude.
So that game is on my radar also, dude. I can't wait. And I think there was one more.
Yggdrasil. So this one has to do with Viking mythology. So. Yggdrasil? That's a tree, right?
It's a treant. The elder treant.
The treant. Yeah. So that one's been on my radar. Earlier this week I saw this shit, and actually somebody's actually already playing this right now.
Yeah, I think they're streaming it.
Yeah,
and he's wearing a big old skull hat. Yeah. And there was one more that it's already been out, and I put on my wish list and I forgot about it, and it wasn't until I was actually looking through my wish list that I saw it again. It's called Death's Gambit. It's also on Steam, and it looks basically like what we just saw. Side scrolling. It hits all the buzzwords. Metroidvania.
It's got a 72 on Metacritic right now.
Yeah, I was reading some of the reviews. I think people say it's a little plagued. It's plagued with some bugs. So that's why it's.
This one came out August 13th, 2018. So it's 2 years old.
So yeah, it's been out for a minute. And
a year and a half old.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it looks.
That's your style.
Yeah, you guys already know. You guys know me. Y'all know what my style is. So I'm kind of, gonna have to come around and probably have to try this game also. So yeah, definitely those three have been on my radar. And so that was Death's Gambit, Skull, the Hero Slayer, and Record of Lotus, Diglett, and Wonder Labyrinth. I'm excited for those.
Dude. Those look good, dude.
Yeah, and
Skull looks really good.
And they're all roughly $20 and less.
Yeah.
So I mean.
Those are some of my favorite games.
No, and I agree 100%.
Some of my favorite games.
I agree. I love, like I said, if I get to support a small-time developer in indie to do something great, even if it's not great and it becomes great, hey, I'm for it, dude. I'm all for it.
Let's talk about some big developers, though. Because first and foremost, I want to talk about Street Fighter.
We
are a fighting game podcast.
Yes. I can talk about it. I cannot talk about it because I have yet to play an online match in the longest.
Yeah, well,
The
because
last
the
time-
netcode sucked.
The longest, I mean, the last time I actually played the game was when Gil came out, and I actually did have fun playing with Gil. He was cool, and even last night I went to the the trials mode, and I tried out as Seth. Seth looks like a lot of fun. But I have not yet not played online mode in forever. And the thing is, the news happened was that Capcom announced, I think it was earlier this week.
It was earlier
Earlier this week. They tweeted out saying, "Hey, we have fixed the Street Fighter V netcode."
No.
Okay, so this is what we got. Okay, so they said they fixed the netcodes. Okay, so some people found out. I think it was through I want to say through Tool Assisted. I could be wrong, guys. All right, you have to do the research yourself. Just go from the grapevine. Okay, so from what I heard is what this patch did was it banned everybody who had the Altimore patch, and I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago,
like 3 weeks ago.
Well, it was a PC mod for it helps make connections, but at the back end of it, it really upset the connection if you went to go cross-platform from PC to PlayStation. That really messed you up. So Capcom says, "Hey, we're fixing this," and they in their eyes they probably did fix it because now everybody can play again. You know, it's not one-sided where PC is good with PC. Now PC can play with PlayStation 4 because you don't want to segregate your fan base. You know, if you have to put them on two different platforms to play, you're not really getting the benefit of the crossplay.
See,
you know?
So here's what I got from the whole thing
Yep.
was they did release this patch, and the patch note says on the first fucking line, it says reduce the impact of one-sided rollback affecting the leading user when the connection between the two users online matches out of sync. By doing so, the input corrections between the leading user and the subsequent user are now expected to be more smooth and accurate. Now, everybody that has downloaded this patch and upgraded their game or updated their game, what they say is it doesn't actually fix any of the sync issues or the netcode latency at all. What it does is it just removes your ability to use the actual fix that it came out by Altimore.
Yes.
So that's a problem. It didn't ban anybody. It just removes your ability to actually use that mod. So any PC player playing on that wanted to use this Altimore mod to fix the netcode to play games with people across the world, to have a decent time playing the game, not even perfect, but a decent time playing the game.
A lot better.
It was a lot better than what the netcode was. You can't even use that anymore to
Play online matches.
to play online. So you have to roll back your own game, which is a difficult process, but not that difficult if you are into that game. But you don't get to play with Seth. You don't get to play, you don't get to play the newest version of the game or whatever. So, being that happened, I thought that was really shady of Capcom to do. It's like, we're not going to fix it for 4 years, and somebody fixes it in 3 days, and everybody's using this mod, and it makes us look like stupid asses, so we're just, you know what? We're just going to take away that ability, play online where it's shitty again. Sorry about your luck.
Well, I think they also they're fixing it. They're making it better because they know that the Olympics are coming out, and esports going to be is going to be a sport at the Olympics, and Free Fire is going to be there. I think they want to make sure.
Weird to me.
That's
Still so weird to me.
Don't get me wrong, dude. I want video games to be in the spotlight and be mainstream and everything. But come on, guys, that's not what not a fucking athlete.
You're
not a fucking athlete.
It's a skill, not a sport.
Yeah, you're not a fucking athlete for playing a video game. I'm sorry, guys. At me if you want, okay? And I will sit down.
At me, bro.
No, at me, for real. If we want to have a civil discourse about this, let's go. I'll talk about it. But you are not an athlete.
Mathlete?
Mathlete?
You say mathlete?
Athlete. You are not an athlete for playing video games, okay? We'll talk about it, guys. The thing is, so what happened was, So Capcom drops this. We see what's going on. A lot of the figureheads, they had this knee-jerk reactions. I can't believe they did this. It's stupid.
It's pretty shitty.
It's insane. It's shitty. And then a couple of days go by. People realize, hey, look, some people actually have good connections. Some people are not having good connections. Some connections are the same. But there's a difference. Some things that may be a slight improvement, okay? A lot of the figureheads that did these tweets that were knee-jerk are going back deleting these tweets. And
that is also true.
And to me about that is, look, if you want to delete your tweets or your tweets, you want to delete them. But I think you should
man up.
You should, yeah. I mean, if you put it out there. Hey, man, you said what you said. if someone wants to contest on you, be like, look, dude, look, I fucked up. But I guess the easy way out to not get contested is like, hey, delete the tweets. You know,
For sure.
And some people are out there. Well, everybody who did a tweet that was shitting on Capcom, they need to delete it. Like, no, they don't fucking have to delete it. That's their fucking.
No,
Twitter,
leave
dude.
it out there.
Yeah,
leave it out there for the world.
So
to see.
I mean, and the thing is, I can't actually. I don't want to shit on Capcom just to shit on Capcom. And the thing is, haven't played online matches in forever. So like I said, I don't want to be one to jump on the bandwagon and start shitting on everything.
Sure.
That's just not me. They're making something. They're trying something. Hopefully it'll get there. And you know, there's people who invested a lot more time into this game, and they probably have more leadway on what they say, and they should have more credibility to what they their opinions carry more weight than I do, because like I said, I just don't play the game enough.
Heard that.
So they're trying something. I don't think you get mad at that. You know, but the thing is, you're right. It's 2020. The game came out in February 16, 2016.
Yeah, let's fix it.
Why now? Yeah,
Fix it. Yeah, let's fix it.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
let's fix it for somebody that doesn't live in Japan.
And like I said, yeah, I'm not trying to be a cap cuck. You know,
Yeah,
that's what they call them.
You go
to our cap.
Fucking
if
cap cuck.
Yeah, if you're defending Capcom to the fucking bitter end, they call you a cap cuck. I'm not a cap cuck, dude. I know they fuck up sometimes. You know, there are one of my favorite developers, but I know they're not perfect. So
all right,
leave it at that. You know.
So I got a couple of quick fire news for you. Okay. That doesn't require a lot of discussion, but just the little things that happened this week that are just noteworthy. Okay.
Sure.
First thing first, Nintendo Switch has got a new color for the light. It's gonna be a rose pink. Have you seen that?
It's cute.
It's cute.
Fucking cute.
Are you gonna buy a light ever? No.
Nah.
Yeah. Okay. So it doesn't really matter.
It's cute.
All right. So, but it looks nice.
It looks nice.
It's a nice color.
Yeah.
It's a nice color. I prefer. I would prefer that Nintendo didn't do shit pastel colors all the time, but that's just their thing. They always do that. Like they've done it with 3DSs. They've done it with. They've done it with the 64s. They've done it with the Wii's.
Correct.
Just give me black or white. That's all I want. Just give me black or white.
They'll do pastel colors and they'll make clear versions.
Yeah, and the clear versions. The next thing on my list is Remedy Games confirms that it has 4 games in the works.
Good.
Well, some sources say 3. Some sources say 4.
But definitely things coming down.
But they have 3 or 4 more games in the works right now. Nothing concrete. Just, hey, we got 4 things in the works. 4 games. Cool.
I know they got some DLC coming out for Control and Control.
And
guys,
that could be one of the games.
Yes, and Control, guys, I would say play Control. I actually enjoyed it.
You finished it? So can I get a thumbs up, thumbs down?
Thumbs up. Play the game. I'm not going to say it's
you
kind of
glossed over.
You
glossed over your review for that one.
No, yeah, thumbs up. And I didn't prepare to make a review, but I would just say thumbs up, guys. Play the game. It's fun. I have a hard copy. If one of my close friends want to play it, you can borrow the game. It's fun. And you got a base PS4. I mean,
I got a Pro.
You got a Pro. So look
Pro.
good.
No,
So,
but
yes.
yeah, but from now on, if you complete a game, I kind of want like
Little review?
I want a little review of
Okay.
it. I went in depth on.
was
We're an
good.
hour 10 in. I went
We're
in
an hour
depth
10?
on fucking Wilson.
Okay.
Another quick fire thing is, guys, Final Fantasy's coming up in April 10th.
Yes.
100 gig install just on
I'm not
part
surprised.
1 alone, bro. And
not
that game
surprised.
looks gorgeous. I am not surprised either. It's going to be 4K, all that good stuff, 30 FPS. Clear up some space if you only have a terabyte model. If you don't,
You
get
better
an
buy
external
one.
hard drive.
Yes, that's what I did.
If you don't have an external hard drive, start clearing out that fucking space right now. So that's coming up.
Yes.
Also, Lionsgate is doing a Borderlands movie.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be directed by Eli Roth. Now, for those of you who don't know who Eli Roth is, Rick.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Eli Roth played the Bear Jew in Inglourious Bastards. He's also the director that brought you Hostel and other all the Hostels.
He's one of those
and
guys
other
like when you
movies.
see him like, oh, that's him.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, that's why.
So they're doing a Borderlands movie. Well, it's in the works. Who knows if it's not. I mean, it is greenlit, but it isn't coming out yet.
Yeah.
I'm assuming 2022
They
release.
still got to do scripts. They still got to get
All that
casting.
shit.
Yeah, location and filming. Yeah.
The other thing on my quick fire here is that Bethesda has removed all their games from the GeForce Now. So this is the second developer that has removed all their games from the GeForce Now streaming service, the Google Stadia competitor. The first time it was done by Activision. And the reason why it was done by Activision was like they overlooked some sort of language in the contract type thing.
They thought it was there, but it wasn't set in stone yet.
Correct. And then the Bethesda, it's not really said why. It's just that they're coming off. So all the Fallouts, all the Dooms, all the Wolfensteins, all the Bethesda game ID games that are out on GeForce Now have been quietly removed. Not quietly, everybody knows about it.
Yeah.
But they've all been removed from the streaming game service. So if you want to play those, you actually have to have those on Steam or whatever. You can't actually stream those.
You think
over
it's
this
you think
server.
it's a contract license issue, like
I think-
like a conflict of interest?
Not a conflict of interest. I think it's more of a you didn't set this up with us whenever you first put it on there. Now you release a service and you're charging customers a certain amount of money, and we're not seeing that amount of money. Or whatever. That's what I think it is.
You're right. You're right.
But to
It
be
is a
honest,
business.
any kind of a good what is it? PR that Bethesda or Activision can get is all good, because they're, to me, what I've seen from my other gamer friends and things like that, Bethesda and Activision aren't like the highest regarded of developers.
agree.
You know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying? They're not the
They have some.
they're not
some,
the most
some,
forthcoming. They're not the
They make interesting deals sometimes.
yeah.
How about
So
that?
so they're not like the greatest of all developers. Like if it was CD Projekt Red, and CD Projekt Red was like, oh, we're removing Witcher because of this issue. CD Projekt Red would legit say, we're removing this game because of this.
Yeah.
And this is the problem with this service and blah, 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 blah. But these other places aren't doing that. They're like, we're just
Well,
gonna remove it.
yeah, just
we
put it out.
can do whatever we
Yeah.
want. Speaking of Witcher 3, these aren't, I mean, this is kind of like a quick fire type thing.
Yes.
But CD Projekt Red is now worth $8 billion with the B. And they will release Cyberpunk 2077 on GeForce Now with ray tracing, which is that badass lighting technology I was telling you about. And also they announced a partnership with NVIDIA about the new 2080 Ti graphics card that is styled in the way of Cyberpunk. So it's got a nice little back plate, which is yellow and black. It says Cyberpunk on it.
Really?
The fan shroud and everything is gorgeous fucking card, dude. I tagged Steven in it, Chameleon. And also, with that whole announcement that they did with all this stuff here, they also announced that the Switch version of The Witcher 3 is getting an update where you can it's got a cross save from PC to Switch.
What?
That doesn't exist between PS4 and Xbox and PC. It's only with the Switch.
Wow.
So if I want to play at home, right? And all I do is set up my accounts. I want to play at home. I want to take The Witcher 3 over to your house and play The Witcher 3 while you're playing whatever the fuck ever. We're just hanging out. I can just download my save, keep on going about my game, bro.
What?
And then I get home, fucking links up, everything's all done, said and done. So it already got the update. Whenever I typed this out, I said it is getting the update. Update's already out as of like Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. So Witcher 3 and the Switch, Witcher 3 on PC and the Switch are now cross-save.
That makes it a lot more better. That makes it more of an incentive to get it. You know, if you want to play on the go.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you can just, okay, now I'm back home now. Let me just.
Yeah, and then you plug, and then I just shut down my Switch. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna play on my
Upload the save.
badass PC.
Yeah, upload the
where
save.
I was.
Got it. That makes it a lot more better.
That's pretty dope.
That is pretty
I was this close. I was this close to getting it on the Switch. I was like, man, I could take it with me wherever I go.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. So I thought it was pretty sweet.
Yes.
And then
What happened?
I want to talk about.
Talk about it, dude.
I want to talk about Cockhead, bro.
Cockhead. I saw some gameplay earlier. It visually looks good, but whoa, I don't.
For those of you guys who don't know or haven't seen the news on this game, it is an early access game being released out on Steam called Cockhead. If you've played a game called Cuphead, it's very similar.
The
so
art style is very similar. Yeah.
very similar art style. It's a side-scrolling bullet hell game. But in Cockhead, you play as a dick and balls.
You play as a dislodged penis.
You play as a giant dick and balls, and you shoot guns.
You shoot seeds. Shoot bullets.
You shoot guns.
You shoot guns
at enemies and vagina devil monsters and things like that. So it actually art style is really good.
The art style is really good. Like if it's the style of Cuphead, that hand drawn,
It's so
cell
good.
anime, not cell anime, but hand drawn. It looks just like that. But the thing is, your thing is a fucking dick. So I was like, like
The art
It's-
style is so good. So,
I don't
It's
know,
coming out
man.
on early release next month.
Yeah.
The art style is very Cuphead ish.
Yeah.
Why is that dick upside down? I have no idea. He's upside down, and the crutches are on his balls. And then there's a dick wizard on a broom.
Dizzard.
And then there's some vagina monster in a wheelchair. An old vagina in a wheelchair.
Yeah. It is what it is.
And then one-eyed snakes on both sides.
One-eyed snakes.
Well, you can only see one eye.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the game looks interesting. I thought the game was fucking hilarious. I didn't even think about anything like that. But
Options Like podcast, dude. Nothing but top brow
comedy
top
for
brow
you boys.
Yeah, games coming for you guys. You heard it here first.
The other little quick fire thing that I had was Rainbow Six Siege is going to be a PS5 and an Xbox Series X day one release with crossplay support.
That's good.
Between the two of them.
I heard so many good things about that game. I actually bought it. I just never played it.
You never played it. It's so in depth though. Yeah, so in depth. You gotta be good.
You play as different characters.
Yeah.
Like you literally, and I heard like the characters they're releasing now are just leaps and bounds way better than the starting characters. Like they're each unique characters. Unique. Yeah.
So that game I've only heard good things about it. I never played because it's just not my style of game. Just to be fair.
Yeah.
I like watching people play it. I will watch a Twitch stream of that. I won't watch a Twitch stream of somebody playing whatever I play.
Escape from Tarkov?
Yeah, whatever. I'll watch that. I actually own that game. But
yeah. I kind of want to try it out.
That game's hard.
I heard it's getting buzz. I heard the game's getting some traction.
That game's hard.
So I kind of want to try it out.
My cousin-in-law, he's not actually my cousin. He's my cousin by marriage.
Yeah.
He plays that in Fortnite on stream. He started streaming up lately. I'll have to post to his down below. And then the last thing I had, which was just a little quick fire news thing, was Kanai got review bombed by one person.
What happened?
He was upset that a Pokemon didn't make it into his Pokemon Sword and Shield game, which has nothing to do with Kanai as a game itself. And I bought Kanai out of respect, and I gave it a good review. Yeah. And I never review games like that, like in a typing sense, Metacritic style. But I bought the game and I reviewed it just so they could bump it back up, because they went from like a 8.1 type game to a 1.3.
Jesus Christ.
It dropped down hard, bro. So I'll bring up the reviews.
Why
is
somebody mad?
He got mad because
his Pokemon is a separate game, right? Like Kunai is its own game, right? It's not a Pokemon game at all.
No, Kunai is a side-scrolling like fucking. I haven't actually played it at all. But look at the Steam reviews. It's got a 7 out of 10. People on Google say 98%. They loved it. But if you go to Metacritic, dude, actually, you know what they did? They did was they deleted all but one. They deleted all but one of the bad reviews. So now it's back up to 81%. But what the kid did is he was upset about his favorite Pokemon not being in his favorite Pokemon game, and so he decided to create a bunch of fake accounts.
Oh no! And just happened to target Kunai.
And bro, like, look at this. Not worthy of that bomb. 10, 91, 10, 10, 90, 80, 10, 10, 10, 10. You know, you see all those fucking 9s and 10s, dude? Bad desert. There he is. There's that motherfucker right there. Terrible humor. Make for a really bad game. 0. Fuck out of here, dude. Game looks great, dude.
That's
you play
insane.
as a fucking. Look at this shit, dude. Oh, we gotta show you some video play of this. We're gonna show you some fucking.
I think it's. I've heard about that before, where people go to Metacritic just because they're mad about something and just start bombing the shit out of it. Like, bro, I think it's a tool.
The arcade crew, bro.
Yeah.
Turtle Blaze, bro.
Turtle Blaze up.
Turtle Blaze up.
Hero.
Yeah, he the art style was really good. It reminded me very much of like a Meat Boy, like a Super Meat Boy type game, but it isn't. You look at he's so cute.
Little kitty cat. You get katana.
Oh. Yeah, dude. It's like a little fucking hack and slash. Like you blocking bullets and shit. Platformer, you know, you're doing your thing, kind of like a Mega Man type game, but you know, with a sword and you're a computer screen.
Got a little TV head.
Yeah, he's got a little TV head. You get, you know, little items, grappling hooks. You would love this game, dude. Pixelated art, dude.
Oh,
look at this shit. It's very Nintendo too. Because it's got like 3 colors. I don't know if it's on Switch.
Check it out.
To be honest with you, let me go look it up.
And the guy was mad because
it didn't have it. Pokemon didn't have his favorite Pokemon.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Not at all.
At all, guys. Stop. Look, guys. If you guys are mad about something, don't go to Metacritic and bomb somebody else's game, dude. Don't do that. You're a grown-ass adult, all right?
Switch and Windows, yeah.
Yeah,
switching with it. So
you're
Kanai's
mad
on there.
about something. Go take it on another game.
So if you don't have this game, go support the developer. They took a huge hit because reviews do make a difference.
It
for
does.
Video
It
games.
puts in the different algorithms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And,
So go support these guys over at Turtle Blaze. I think they did a phenomenal job. Like I said, it's got a 7 out of 10 on Steam. It's got a 98% of Google users. And like I said, they released their game and then they got review bombed by one guy and like 30 accounts over and over and over again. So I think that's pretty fucked up.
Counts.
You know, support your indie developers, support good games and have fun with it. So
yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, check that one out, guys. But that's all I got, bro. What you
Why
got, cuz?
Sony pulls out from PAX East in Boston, which is supposed to be taking place in February 27th through March 1st due to coronavirus concerns. Now, I do understand that
everybody pulling out of everything for coronavirus.
Now, I understand coronavirus is a very scary thing that's going on right now. You know,
shall we?
But I don't think, and I'm not big on the news. I don't follow it every day, especially this topic. But I don't think there's a wide outbreak in the U.S. I don't think so, much less the Boston area.
I think the outbreak has been here and there.
Few people here and there contained, you know.
I don't know about contained.
Well, I mean, I was talking to Mikkel about it, and of course, guys, it's just hearsay and rumors, whatever. But Mikkel's like, yeah, I heard people don't want to go to downtown, to Chinatown in Houston, Texas, because they're scared they're gonna get coronavirus. Wait, what? Coronavirus in Chinatown, Houston. That's why they want to go there. Like, what? Yeah. So I mean, honestly, I'm gonna go tin hat foil here. Okay, tin foil hat here, guys.
There you go. Thank you.
I think Sony is, since they've pulled out of E3, since they're not doing their PlayStation experiences anymore, I think these guys are just now, we're gonna pull out from everything. We're not doing shows anymore. We're gonna do our own just state of plays, and that's how we're gonna release our information now. Instead of waiting for these big events to come around, I think they're just gonna start doing it on their own. So I think that's the real reason why Sony is pulling out of PAX East. You know, I don't think it's. I just don't.
I thought it was the same thing.
I just don't think is the coronavirus a big problem in
I mean,
Boston?
whenever you get a,
if you look, I'm sure there's numbers that affect things, but it's just like.
Whenever you get a big group of people together, you run the risk of anything. I mean, you can catch AIDS or herpes in a big enough group of people.
I mean, but I could walk down the street and I could get hit by a car.
That's also
you know, it just. Yeah, I understand the safety concern. I totally understand that. That's great. Look out for people, but is it the true underlying reason here? I don't know. I don't know. I can't say.
Infections are 80,000, says, give or take. It doesn't even have like pandemic level status yet.
So yeah, it's interesting.
People are getting infected with it, but it sounds a lot like the flu too. So it's like fever and like shortness of breath and headache, shit like that. Nausea, yeah. So I mean, it's hard to tell whether you actually have the flu or you have coronavirus.
So
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if they're gonna pull out, they're gonna pull out, and if it's because of coronavirus concerns, let them pull out because of coronavirus concerns. You know, let them do what they gotta do.
They do what they gotta do. But yeah, I just find it. I just think it follows the theme of them. Just okay, we're not doing E3, we're not doing our PlayStation experiences anymore. We're not. Now it looks like not doing PAX East. So I mean, I think they're just gonna start. This is just letting you know, hey, this is what we're doing. We are doing
cough, fever, and pneumonia. Basically, is what you get from coronavirus.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if it's something that we just don't have like any way to treat it, or if it's just like old people dying or young people dying.
Yeah,
you know, it's also that, but it also comes from a country where
a lot of overpopulation. They're all on top of each other.
It's severely overpopulated, and most of the country lives in poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And
so they probably don't have access to facilities to clean themselves or
things like that.
You know, who knows? It's unfortunate. It sucks.
It does suck. Hopefully, it could get figured out, but I don't think it's like as big of a deal as everybody says. So I hope it doesn't become a bigger deal.
Of course not.
I do, I want to see that shit go away.
Well, definitely, yeah. But it's definitely affecting the game business because
even they're not doing
a lot of stuff that gets made in China. It just isn't anymore because
they're talking about graphics cards and a lot of other shit going up because people can't work because of this.
They can't go to the factories. Yeah. It got me thinking about it. I wonder that's gonna affect anything with the PlayStation and Xboxes when they have components being made over there.
Yeah, that was also like a concern. Like a couple weeks ago, they were saying that the price might go up because people don't want to work in the factories or whatever because they could contract coronavirus.
Correct. So
I'm like, okay,
who knows?
Well, I'm gonna let that sit in the air until people figure out what it is. That where the fuck does something like that just come from? Is it like a mutation?
Bro, listen to Joe Rogan and Bravo.
Bravo's just on another level.
Fucking put some hats on, some foil hats, and
some tinfoil hats, bro.
Sometimes I do like on the conspiracy tips, but that's about it for me, guys. That's all I have. All I want to do now is, for sure, I want to do my streaming next week.
I didn't stream it all this week, dude. I haven't worked out.
You were on a little bit.
I did like Monday.
Yeah,
that was it. I need to get back on it.
Get back working out, bro.
I know.
It is. I actually feel good. But I did it. But
I'm already fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but actually,
your fist.
Fist of fury.
I'm just gonna do the whole podcast all flexing and shit. Like
this guy.
So anyway.
No, actually, guys, but just exercising. Actually, like one day was I don't want to do it. I did 20 minutes of it. I actually felt better.
Clean your room.
Clean your room.
Yeah. No, that's the Jordan Peterson.
Take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Just clean your room, bitch.
No, even if you don't feel good, just
clean your room.
Get active.
Clean your room.
Get active.
Hey,
move
get
around.
up, clean your room.
Get active, move around. I think there's I feel like I'm proof of this, but just
you ain't
getting
proof
active.
Of shit.
No, I
I love you so much.
I think getting up and moving and being active just
makes you a better person.
Yeah, I'm eating
you
better.
You have more energy.
I'm putting better stuff on me, and I think I'm getting better out of me.
I'm putting better stuff in.
Fucking
cockhead, bro.
Yeah.
I'm putting that cockhead in.
But yeah, guys, I love streaming. I'm going to be streaming probably one of these games that are coming out pretty soon. For sure, Persona 5, because I fucking love that game. And after Persona 5, I want to fucking finally finish the Phantom Pains Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm going to finally finish it and put it away. I'm going to put it fucking away.
3 years ago?
3 years ago, yeah. From November 2017, I believe that's when it came out. So I want to put that game away. And yes, guys, I spent a whole 20 minutes of putting these little icons on the screen. So all the visual listeners, everybody watching on
YouTube
listeners or watching us, you got little icons up there. But for our audio listeners, you guys could catch me on Twitter.
Right up there.
Yeah, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube at OS_Pith. And on IG, you can follow me at OS_Rick. So I came back from my cousin's wedding and got pictures of me and Mikhail hanging out, and sometimes pictures of my dogs and my video game. So
it's usually the dogs.
Usually the dogs. So catch me there, guys.
As always, guys, you can find me at OS_Onslaught on all things social media. It's right there.
Right there somewhere.
It's opposite.
Yeah.
So everything's right there. If you're on YouTube and all that good stuff. At OS_Onslaught. If you want to hit up the podcast or find the podcast on any social media, we are at Option Select Podcast on all things social media. As always, guys, we love you very much. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us for 41 weeks now and counting.
Yo.
And we'll see you again next week for week 42, where we talk about how Rick loves dicks in his butt.
Cock butt.
Cock butt.
Love you guys. Peace out. See ya next week.
Later.
Have fun.